Good morning, everyone. I am Arnold Gornes Jr. For today's discussion, we will be talking about one of the 8 parts of the speech, which is the conjunction. But before we dig into our topic, we will be having a little refreshment about the 7 other parts of the speech, because this is the building blocks of grammar. So I think we should start from the very basic in order for us to learn and use grammar effectively. Every word in English can be classified as one of the 8 parts of speech. The term part of speech refers to the role of a word plays in a sentence. And like in any workplace or in any TV show with an ensemble cast, these roles were designed to work together. Now, we are bound to the first conjunction, which is a noun. Noun is a word that names a person, place, concept, or object. Basically, anything that names a thing is a noun, whether you are talking about a basketball court, San Francisco, Cleopatra, or self-preservation. The next conjunction would be pronoun. Pronouns are words you substitute for a specific noun when the reader or listener already knows which specific noun you are referring to. You might say, Jennifer was supposed to be here at 8. Then follow it with, she's always late. Next time, I'll tell her to be here a half hour later or earlier. Instead of saying Jennifer's name 3 times, you should substitute she and her, and your sentences remain grammatically correct. The next conjunction would be adjectives. Adjectives are the words that describe nouns. Think of a word that describes your favorite movie. How would you describe it to a friend who's never seen it? You might say, the movie was funny, engaging, well-written, or suspenseful. When you are describing the movie, with these words, you are using adjectives. And adjectives can go right before the noun. It's describing, but it doesn't have to. Sometimes adjectives are the end of a sentence. For example, my dog is black. For the next one, go, be amazing, run as fast as you can, win the race. Congratulate every participant who put in the work and competed. Those bolded words are verbs. Verbs are words that describe specific actions like running, winning, and being amazing. Not all verbs refer to literal actions, though verbs that refer to feelings or states of being, like to love, to be, are known as non-action verbs. Conversely, the verbs that do refer to literal actions are known as action verbs. For the next conjunction, it would be adverb. Adverb is a word that describes an adjective, a verb, or another adverb. For example, I entered the room quietly. Quietly is a describing how you entered the room. So entered is the verb. For the next one, it would be preposition. Tell you the relationship between the other words in a sentence. You might say, I left my bike leaning against the garage. In this sentence, against the preposition because it tells where you left your bike. Up here, the brick house, an exciting experience. These bolded words like a, the, and, these words are known as articles. So the next conjunction would be articles. Articles come in 2 flavors, definite articles and indefinite articles. And similarly to the 2 types of nouns, the type of article you use depends on how specific you need to be about the thing you are discussing. A definite article like the or this describes one specific noun. For example, did you buy the car? From the above sentence, we understand that the speaker is referring to a specific previously discussed car. Now, swap in an indefinite article. For example, did you buy a car? See how the implications that you are referring back to the something specific is gone, and you are asking a more general question. Now, since we are done with the 7 parts of the speech, we are bound now to the last part. It would be conjunction. Now, let's talk about conjunction. Conjunction make it possible to build complex sentences that express multiple ideas. FANBOYS is a mnemonic for a set of 7 coordinating conjunction. Basically, FANBOYS are coordinating conjunction that connects equally important ideas in a sentence. They are used to connecting two ideas that could each be a sentence on its own, but also two ideas that couldn't each be a sentence on its own. In the first case, we put a comma in front of the conjunction, and in the second case, we don't need the comma. What are the FANBOYS? The FANBOYS consist of 7 words. Using them allows the writer to show the readers how the ideas in the two clauses relate to each other. Here are the 7 coordinating conjunctions that form the acronym FANBOYS. F for, A for and, N for nor, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, and S for so. What is coordinating conjunction? A coordinating conjunction is placed between words or phrases of equal grammatical value. You use coordinating conjunction when you want to give the same amount of emphasis on the two main clauses or want to compare two related ideas in one sentence. A good tip for checking to make sure that you are using coordinating conjunction correctly is to read the words after the use of one of the FANBOYS. That sentence should be able to work as a standalone phrase. Now, example of FANBOYS used in a sentence. For the first one is for. For shows a reason and purpose. Shows a reason or purpose. Using for in this way can often seen as quite formal, and so is usually replaced with the word because, since, or as. For example, the money I earned is gone, for I have spent it all. For the next one is and. And connects two similar ideas. For example, I have to be at work, and the doctors. So the idea there is I have to be at work, and then I have to be at the doctors. So instead of saying the two, you should use and to connect the two main idea. Another example is I'm going to learn how to play the guitar and piano. So the idea there is I'm going to learn how to play the guitar and I'm going to learn how to play the piano. So instead of saying the two main ideas, I should use and to connect those two. The next one is nor. Nor can be interchanged with neither and compares a negative, contrasting idea. Essentially, it is the opposite of and. For example, I cannot go to work, nor the doctors. Next is, I'm not going to learn to play the guitar, nor the piano. The next conjunction is but. But compares to contrasting ideas or highlights an exception. For example, I can go to the pool, but I won't swim. The idea there is, I can go to the pool. The contrasting idea is, I won't swim. It can also be used in a way that says, not this, but that. For example, the noise wasn't coming from a computer, but rather a phone. The next one is or. Or highlights two choices. You can choose a blue jumper or a pink jumper. They were either angry or sad. Do you want a vanilla or chocolate cake? So the next one is yet. Yet is used in a way to show an exception or contrast to an idea. For example, there are 5 cars, yet none of them are working. I drank a full of bottle of water, yet I still felt thirsty. So is used to show a reaction or consequence. Example, I ate a lot of cookies, so there are none left. I was feeling anxious, so I went home. By understanding and using coordinating conjunction effectively, you can enhance the clarity, coherence, and flow of your writing. It provides you with the tools to connect ideas, express relationships, and create more dynamic and engaging sentences, and also improve verbal reasoning, and social use of language in several function ways. That is the end of our discussion for today. I hope you learned something, guys. That will be all. Thank you.